When you were a kid, did you ever imagine retiring with $1 million? Oh man, you'd be set. But if you're anywhere near retirement age now, then you know that $1 million doesn't necessarily make you as secure as maybe you once thought it would. So, what's the solution? Most people could answer with one single word: more. The traditional approach to financial planning can be summarized in 3 words: bigger is better. Have you seen those commercials on TV in which each character is carrying around a large number and everybody is carrying around a different number? The punchline is, of course, what's your number? Your number is supposed to be the amount of money that you're going to need to retire on. And the idea is, A, you need to ask the investment company sponsoring the commercial to figure out what your number is, and B, buy their investments to help you get closer and closer to that number. But this focus on a figure has a couple of really big problems. The first is that there are problems along the way during your journey. What happens if a life event or a negative external circumstance impedes your progress towards that number? The list of life events or external circumstances is probably impossible to fully identify, but it might include some of the following: financial market fluctuations, investor dysfunction, that means you doing stupid things, tax law changes, inflation, planned obsolescence, technology changes, college education expenses, lawsuits, overspending, misuse of debt, medical expenses, disability, even premature death. And even if you live the proverbial charmed life and none of the above items are enough to derail you from achieving your number, the challenges are far from over, because the second thing that comes at you is problems at your destination. What if you get to your number and you've accumulated the amount of wealth that you had hoped for? As you're realizing another truth begins to emerge, the problems that you've dodged during your working years are alive and well, and maybe much larger, waiting for you at your retirement years. In retirement, you're actually more vulnerable to financial market fluctuations and investor dysfunction, tax law changes, inflation, planned obsolescence, technology changes, lawsuits, overspending, just to name a few. I'd suggest followers of this traditional financial bigger is better approach need to re-examine their assumptions. Is bigger really better? A slight change might make for a huge difference. What if your goal is not simply bigger is better, but bigger and better? Rather than aiming for bigger wealth only, maybe we ought to shoot for a balance of bigger and better wealth. That is to say, wealth with benefits. We'll talk about that more next week. Until then, offering you wisdom on wealth, I'm Byron Moore.